In today's video, I'm going to show you how I took this empty space above our sink and turned it into this. This was a quick build that can easily be completed in one day. You could use any type of wood to build these, but to achieve the look and color we wanted, I used pine construction lumber. Starting with some old 2x10s that I had laying around, each board was planed down to about an inch thick and one edge squared up on the jointer. If you are starting with new material, you might be able to skip some of these steps. I then ripped them down to the desired width and cut them to length to fit the space between our cabinets. I will be mounting the shelves with a slot cut into the end of each shelf that slides onto a cleat attached to the cabinet. With a 3/4 inch straight cut bit in the router table, I position the fence so the bit is in the center of the board and cut the slot. The exact stop location or depth isn't critical, as long as you don't cut all the way through the board. To make the cleats, I planed a piece of scrap to match the size of the slot cut into the shelves. I then ripped 1/2 inch strips and cut them to length. You will want the cleats to be a little shorter than the length of the slot to be sure the shelf can slide all the way on. After a quick sanding, the shelves are finished with a one-step stain and finish product from Old Barn Living. We used a 50-50 mix of the colors weathered and rustic. A light coat is applied with a rag, leaving a weathered farmhouse look. Depending on the screws you use to mount the cleats, an appropriate countersink hole should be drilled so the screw heads sit flush. The top cleat is then mounted using a reference stick I made by gluing a stop onto a piece of scrap. The first screw is driven in, then the cleat leveled, and the second screw driven. The same process is repeated for the lower shelf. However, this time I used my combination square to set the height for this shelf. The shelves can then be slid onto the cleats and you're done. I did not use any additional fasteners to attach the shelves to the cleats, as these will only be used to display decorations. If you enjoyed this quick build, stay tuned, as I plan to do more one-day project videos on this channel, in addition to more involved woodworking builds and tutorials.